we've got to get some sense in this $60 billion surprise we heard about late on Friday. As you know, we had Treasurer Josh Frydenberg on the show to talk about this. The Tax Office and Treasury revealed they'd vastly overestimated the take-up for the JobKeeper wage subsidy program. 3.5 million people will take payments rather than the expected 6.5 million. This means the cost of this massive scheme, aimed at keeping people and businesses afloat during the pandemic, it means the forecast cost of that scheme has reduced from $130 billion, almost unfathomable, to $70 billion. That's a $60 billion difference. That's $60 billion less debt for you and me, for this country. Now, was it embarrassing that the bean counters got these numbers so wrong? Yeah, of course it was. But as we've said so many times during this crisis, this is all new. It's been quick and dramatic, and everyone has been learning on the job. And this is great news. $60 billion less debt than expected. But some of the commentary from politicians and the media has been bizarre, seemingly pretending that the country suddenly has found more cash to spend.
I think certainly if you get 60 billion, which you didn't expect to have or save it, then that has got to be an advantage, even if there are red faces along the way. So, yes, it means that the government has a bit more flexibility to spend some of this money. It obviously only wants to spend the minimum amount.
No. The government didn't get $60 billion it didn't expect to have. This is an extra $60 billion the government doesn't have to borrow. This is $60 billion of future debt we won't have to repay. It's not cash, it's not in the bank, it's less debt needed. If you now dream up ways to spend it, then you've gained nothing. But listen to the way Labor characterises all this.
This is a $60 billion black hole in the economic credibility of the Morrison government. $60 billion of reasons why we can't trust anything Scott Morrison or Josh Frydenberg say about the economy or the budget.
Now, as a former finance minister, Penny Wong oversaw her share of black holes, so you'd think she'd know what they are. A black hole usually involves missing money, greater expenses, higher debt, not a $60 billion improvement. Still, have a listen to Labor's Treasury spokesman this morning.
Well, not just any blunder, Fran, it's the biggest error ever made in a budget by any government at any point in Australian history.
Oh, boy, where to start with this one? Not hard to tell this bloke used to run Wayne Swan's office, is it? This item was never in a budget. The budget was delayed till October precisely because the government decided there was too much volatility to have a clear idea of where we were. This JobSeeker program was thrown together as a response to the coronavirus crisis, and the errant forecast has been picked up already. So when the budget is delivered, there'll be no error. Now, it is understandable, of course, that Chalmers might want someone else to take over the record for the worst budget blunder. After all, he presided over disastrous budget blowouts in Wayne Swan's time. But Chalmers and Swan keep that title. Their record deficits and record revenue miscalculations, all to the bad, will always trump a miscalculation that actually leaves us better off.